Imagine finally finding the courage to ask for mental health help, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just faced with this massive search engine demanding you filter through thousands of different doctors.
Yeah, that is incredibly overwhelming.
It really is. Like, when your energy is at its absolute lowest, extreme convenience can actually become a massive roadblock.
Yeah.
So, welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at a guide comparing two very different approaches to finding care, AN Focus First and ZocDoc.
Right.
And our mission today is to help you, the listener, cut through the decision fatigue and figure out how to find the right provider without feeling completely paralyzed.
Which is so important right now.
Okay, let's unpack this. So ZocDoc is basically a massive national directory for all types of medical providers,
Yeah.
like a giant medical shopping mall, essentially.
Exactly.
Whereas InFocus First, well, they are a dedicated, specialized mental health clinic based in Indiana.
Mhm.
It's more of a curated boutique for complex mental health.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, that distinction between a directory and a clinic, it matters deeply because of the actual condition you're treating.
How so?
Well, think about someone dealing with trauma or complex ADHD or even severe hormone-related mood disorders like PMDD.
Right.
Their executive function, the brain's ability to plan and organize, is often already compromised. So handing them a massive marketplace with thousands of choices doesn't always empower them. It actually frequently triggers decision paralysis.
I mean, it's the difference between a compass and a Sherpa. ZocDoc is a compass. It points you in the right general direction when you need an in-network doctor.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
But InFocus First is the Sherpa, guiding you step by step through a very specific, treacherous path.
But wait, I do have to ask. Isn't that sheer volume of choice exactly what patients have been begging for? Like, are broad marketplace directories inherently risky for mental health care? Well, what's fascinating here is that it's not inherently risky, no. It's just a completely different mechanism of care. I mean, ZocDoc has democratized healthcare by allowing you to instantly find care that takes your exact insurance.
Oh, absolutely.
That is a massive, life-saving breakthrough for accessibility. And they aggregate thousands of patient reviews to help you choose. The catch, though, is that finding the actual clinical match still requires trial and error on your part.
Because you are the one doing all the vetting.
Exactly.
Which completely changes what day one actually looks like. Because with IN Focus First, which was founded by a psychiatric nurse practitioner, Jessica Walsh, you get a guaranteed 60 to 90-minute initial evaluation.
And that time frame isn't just about being thorough for the sake of it.
What do you mean?
For complex ADHD or trauma, symptoms are often heavily masked. It takes that much time just to peel back the first layer of a patient's coping mechanisms.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
A rushed 15-minute intake, which, you might randomly encounter with a provider on a directory site, physically cannot do that.
Because that initial evaluation sets the entire baseline. And then the next hurdle is what happens when you actually start a treatment plan. Say you need to adjust a new medication.
Right, the ongoing terror.
Yeah. InFocus First operates entirely via telehealth with direct provider messaging. So if you have a weird side effect, you can just message them from your couch instead of waiting weeks for an appointment.
Plus, they use transparent, fixed out-of-network pricing, and they accept tax-advantaged accounts like HSAs or FSAs.
Exactly.
ZocDoc, conversely, allows you to filter specifically for in-network insurance, which is, undeniably crucial for affordability.
For sure.
However, because it's a directory connecting you to independent clinics, the continuity of care after that first booking just isn't guaranteed.
Ah, so your chosen provider might require in-person visits for follow-ups.
Yeah, or you just may not have that direct messaging lifeline when a sudden medication issue pops up.
We are really looking at a fascinating irony in modern medicine here. We've heavily optimized for booking speed. Getting an appointment tomorrow with a few clicks, but sometimes at the expense of long-term treatment efficacy.
It really comes down to what you need in this season of your life. ZocDoc is brilliant for speed, geographical convenience, and strict insurance matching.
While InFocus First is built around personalized, purposeful healing with a consistent specialist, which does require an out-of-network investment.
Right.
So what does this all mean for you? If you live in Indiana and need specialized, high-touch, continuous care for complex conditions like ADHD or PMDD, InFocus First is your choice.
But if your priority is filtering a vast network of local doctors by your specific insurance plan to just get in the door quickly, ZocDoc is the tool you want.
Perfect. This deep dive really wraps up with a bigger provocative thought, though. As telehealth expands and digital marketplaces make booking a doctor as easy as ordering takeout food.
Which is wild to think about.
Totally wild. But as these search engines get bigger, will the sheer convenience of a quick digital transaction ultimately overshadow the therapeutic value of building a deep, long-term relationship with a single, dedicated provider?
That's the million-dollar question.
Definitely something for you to ponder the next time you go searching for care.